Hello, my name is Elizabeth Gilmore, and I am doing my Enquiring Minds video for intercultural communication. So for this video, I was assigned the topic that why are women paid less than men to do the same job in the workforce? So naturally, researching this topic, it definitely is a controversial topic. Obviously, I was finding a lot of opinions versus facts, and it was ranging all over the place on different platforms. But the first source that I found, it was called HR Drive. This source is generally just like Forbes, where it has different articles pertaining to business, to different values, different opinions. So I found it to be a reliable source. But in that source, I did find that men are offered higher salaries than women 63% of the time. And that was according to a New Hire Global report. I found that to be super interesting. I didn't even know there was that type of gap. But in the same exact article, I did find another fact that according to the state of wage inequality in the workforce, it found that women on average get paid anywhere from 4% to 45% less than men to do the same job. So I found that to be really interesting. I had no idea that that was that big of a gap. And honestly, personally, I've never really recognized the differences in the workplace. So I found this super interesting to start researching. But after looking over that platform, I started to go into a different avenue where I was looking at more of numbers. So I went and I found this resource where it was according to an economic study. It found that the gender gap pay in America was at 80% in 2017. So the gender gap pay, what they do is they take the women's median earnings and divide it by men's median earnings, which equivalent out to 80% last year. In the state of Ohio right now, it's at 78%. So we're still kind of like right around the same ballpark. So after looking into that, I then moved on to The Economist, which is another resource that I found to be extremely reliable. According to a data report that they had collected from 25 countries, they found that 98% of the wages of men are in the same role in the same employer as women, but men are earning 98% of the wages of the women. So they found also that women, however, tend to go into lower tier positions versus men who go more into predominant senior positions to try to explain kind of as to why there's gender gap differences. And saying that pretty much women tend to go into lower tier jobs like clerical administration work versus men are going more into upper management positions, which are going to offer more salary, more benefits, more income. So they were kind of explaining it that way, that could be a difference as to why there is a difference in that type of pay. But in the same platform, I found another article that it stated in America, the 4 jobs done by women predominantly would be teaching. It would also be home health aid. They had administration and then also secretary work. So that dominates about 80% of women take over those industries, which are lower tier industries, according to this article, stating that those are lower paying positions versus men who are taking over more of the senior roles. So I found that was super interesting. But now I was kind of looking to see if anyone was saying something different, like explaining maybe why women are getting paid this way, or saying like controversing it, like, or contradicting it, saying like, hey, men are actually getting paid the same or whatnot. So I found an article on Forbes. They did research, they conducted research on 2,000 professionals in different countries and industries, which I feel 2,000 professionals is, you know, a good mixture, definitely to start off with, but I didn't feel like it was that big of research in order to have like a clear idea. But according to this research, they did find that the data shows clear evidence that women are earning lower wages than men to do the same position. They blamed it on glass ceilings. They said that typically women end up dropping out of the workforce versus men due to women have bearing children, different family issues, everything of that nature. They just said that women have more tendency to dropping out of the workforce than men. So with men staying in the workforce, they're advancing more and getting more into senior roles, hence why they're having more income versus a woman. So that was just one example that Forbes had provided. It was definitely an interesting article that they had posted. But I saw a couple different articles that they had listed on that platform, aka Forbes, but I found this one to be the most beneficial according to their research that they had conducted. So overall, I found the topic was obviously still very controversial. Everyone has their opinions on it. After conducting the research, you know, I found a lot more information providing statistics as to why women are getting paid less than men. I found a lot less articles relating to the fact that men are getting paid equal or more. So it's been a lot just saying that women are getting paid less. I personally have never noticed this in the workforce, but maybe I just have never been in a position that's put me in that situation to notice something of that nature. But yeah, I found the topic to be super interesting, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you.